Hello YouTube, and thank you for stopping by for today's video. We have part 4 of Morrighan and Initari's adventures through Heavensward, Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to try and do everything in the Dravanian Forelands today. We'll see how that goes. I'm just waiting for it to load in right now. But yeah, that would include a trial and a dungeon, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. But let's hop on over to this screen, and we also have to go do another quest real quick. But first, let's turn this quest in and see what happens. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Yazel. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marchamp. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Psalm All. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Giselle not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Calum trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And, as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we do all ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Yazel here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Any of these better than what I currently have? Nope, so we'll take the silver piece. Let's pick up the next quest from you, sir. We're going to pick up both of these, actually. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Gnath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for malms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Gnath's home territory. And we'll pick up this one because it's an ether current. I see you've been making the rounds getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp, Leonov, Janarot, and Aimbert. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. Okay, but first, we have to go to Central Fanolin. I need to get the ability that allows me to pull the materia out of my gear, which I'm pretty sure I get from over here. I don't care too much about melding materia, because I have friends who play that can do that for me on this character. There we go. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to a gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. I didn't read any of that, sorry. You are ready to commence your learning. Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hands. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf. But if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. I should have done this a long time ago, but I didn't. There we go. Alright, back to Tailfeather, after that quick little detour. Is that the person I'm supposed to talk to in here? Oh, yeah, Azael. Okay. Whoops. Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Gnath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here, in Dravania? Aye. 'Twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Hrace Veilgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marchamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Gnath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Sorry, I'm moving my standing mat. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed, then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Sam'al, and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Sam'al. Shall we? Proceed to the Stained One, defeating any foes who stand in your way. But first, let me take a selfie. God, I cannot say but first without saying let me take a selfie. Or, I can't say first things first without going I'm the realist. I can't say good for you without going you look happy and healthy. Music has ruined me. Aye, things are going well enough. Been running into a bit of trouble with those giant bugs in these woods, though. Now that song's stuck in my head. Maybe if Good For You wasn't so damn catchy. Or reminiscent of Misery Business. Whoa, I never meant to brag. Oh, come on, we can make that jump, totally. Huh! Oh, hell yes! That was beautiful. Nothing out of the ordinary here. That's just this one bird that won't shut up. Haven't been able to catch a wink for all its bloody screeching. Proceed to the Stained One, defeating any foes in your way. But first, I'm gonna figure out how the hell to get up here. Way this way. Way away from here I'll be. Because now apparently I have to sing Yellow Card. Aimbot. Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some fiend came stomping out of the tree line and gobbled up one of our fresh caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. We're going to keep on in this area. We'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. You got it, bud. Alright, our next thing is way to the south. Let's go back this way first. So we can turn in this quest to Morrighan. Because it might unlock our next blue quest that we need to do as well. So they've all got issues, but none of them thought to ask me for help. Do they think I'll bite off their heads or something? At any rate, I'd best prepare to round up the birds from each camp. Thanks again for your help, friend. Say, since you've already struck up an acquaintance with all my... Oh boy! Since you've already struck up an acquaintance with my people and all, maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand. Seems they talk to you of their troubles readily enough. Be-doo-doo. Okay, no blue quests. Let's double up for our chocobo. Proceed to the Stained One, defeating any foes in your way. Oh, this is the Stained One. Should we chance to meet Morrighan again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Gnath, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruin that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian. The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by the heretics, in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool! How desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you! You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Morrighan, pray reason with these two. Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed or grunt. Set aside your differences for now. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Morrigan's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Morrigan's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hrace Veilgar will likely provide the catalyst Morrigan's gift requires as it did mine. Let us press on. Perfect. What you got for me, Azael? Spy you the three great towers to the west? Ishgardians know them as Annex Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hrace Veilgar's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Samal, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Gnath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. I haven't heard Azael talk in a while, so I don't really remember what she sounds like. I'm hoping it's like a slight English accent, but I don't know. You discover a new location. "'Tis as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Gnath soldiers. Marchamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed Marchamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are not vulnerable to the Gnath's muskets. Or they are yet vulnerable to the Gnath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept." Whatever you say, I shall do, Yazael. I had to remember where I put my shelter on, because that's kind of going to be important when I run dungeons and such as. Paladin. Yep, I knew it. I knew there was going to be more. 2 waves. Always. Defeat enemies on the path to Annex Shrine. Let's make sure we talk to that summoning stone too. I take no pleasure in killing the Gnath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then. I feel like I was kinda close. Not at all. Oh, but wait, cutscene.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Gnath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
That's a fair question, Yazael.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Resvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Gnath's god.
The Gnath have summoned a primal.
Lucky us that we have a primal slayer, then.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
I will say, like, when I played through this the first time on my main character, whew, Estinian was hard to... I had a lot of problems with Estinian. His character annoyed me. I get annoyed a lot by characters like that, though, that are like, hold on. Very, I'm a big man and I believe what I believe and you should believe what I believe too. So the Gnath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further thine own ends. Mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. I said that word weird. We're going with it. Enough! Enough, I say! If the Gnath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marchamp. He knows more of the Gnath and their culture than most. Honestly, let's just teleport back. It's only 70 gil. And it cuts down on time. And it'll cut down on what I have to cut out of this video. Oh ho, back already, are we? Ah, met the Gnath, did you? What is it you'd like to? Summoned a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Gnath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Gnath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of calum tree fruit, and, always a Gnath favorite, a generous portion of young Nonka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar, with Master Alphinode's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nonkas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on the map for you. You have been most kind... You have been most kind, Master Marchamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nonka egg. Also, if you haven't noticed, Morrighan got a haircut. She did. Same hair color, but just a different style. I have this thing with my characters where, when they get to a new expansion at least, they have to get a new hairstyle. I don't make the rules. I just live by them. Can I really not go out this way? Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, we tried. Ding. Clearwater Nunga. I just realized I don't have limit break on my hotbar, which actually is not important for the level of content that we're currently in, but it does get a little more important later. So let's just get it on there now so we don't have to worry about it later. Can't fly. No matter how badly I may want to, we aren't there yet. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Izael's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Splendid! I shall put this with Astinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Gnath. This stuff doesn't matter. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Gnath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alfino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, Calum tree fruit, and Nanka flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Yes, come, come, it is not far. It really is not, it's like right over here. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people. And we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically, knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tell of the Gnath's god, of the god the One Mind summoned into our midst. The One Mind? These are the Gnath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one, connected, but let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely one that fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. Ooh, the Asians! The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Gnath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for his war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. I gotta pick one of these. Oh, it's almost better. But not quite. Let's pick up that. Though we hear not each other's thoughts, generous hunter, you somehow know that we need help. Our weapon stock are wanting. We need more. I would make a request of you. Please bring us muskets with which to defend ourselves. You could take them from the Gnath nearby. 2 would be sufficient. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willingly should shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Gnath. They summon their deity for no purpose other than to expand their domain. To a scion of the 7th Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Gnath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino. A being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior of light to her death? No, You have the right of it, Estinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Morrighan. I do not fear my duty. Wait, Morrighan need not face this alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely, you are not so generous as that. You wish to meet our god. Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You are generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nunca flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nunca would make a fine repast. Excuse me. Let's fight the Clearwater Nonka. There. We'll pretend we skinned it. And we will head back. Stop it, Melia. We Vath do enjoy our Nonka flesh. Have you been out hunting? Ah, another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes. You have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the One Mind are enmeshed by the Overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Gnath and the whole Hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of Gnath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Gnath, the ones who inhabit the larger Hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in this smaller Hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Gnath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath do not furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Gnath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Gnath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Morrighan? Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it is settled, Morrighan. You and I shall challenge the gods at the entrance to the colony. Once the Hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and then allow them to take us prisoner. Ba-ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-ba-da-bum, bum, ba-ba-dum. Intruders, your lives are forfeit. Speak with Azael in a second. There we go. We got both of the Gnath fire drones. Come on. Why did we aggro the Earth Sprite? What are you doing? Come on. Woo! That's a little closer than I like to admit. I didn't attune to Annex Shrine, damn. The Overmind must be now aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the Hive, and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Fight your way deeper into the Hive. Let's go wide. Shit. Shit. It's gonna be 2 more. Now get over here. Oh, there's still more. Okay. Let's go deeper. Let's try to not continue aggroing things. Come on. Sneak right past the Iron Drone. Damn right. Ignore me. Yes. I'm in the cutscene. It can't hurt me. I'm gonna come back to a dead character. That should be sufficient. If we do not have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Oh. My mind is steeled. You are prepared then? Still sitting here kicking at me. Alright. Hold here, Morrighan. When next the Gnath come, we offer no resistance. Surrender, intruders. There is no escape. Enough! We surrender. We show ourselves upon the mercy of your God. I feel like we're going to be in cutscenes for a little bit, so let's turn webcam off. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sounds of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Enter the inner chamber. Allow me.
Now we have but to wait.
O Lord Ravana, Master of the Sacred Blades, Wrath of the Colony, Conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory.
We came to kill you.
We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
I guess I shouldn't talk. Let her handle it, she said.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Gnath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Gnath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Gnath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured, and by...
Oops.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since...
Damn it. Sorry.
And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
Yeah, I'll accept.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
And so she becomes Shiva once more. Who's gonna win?
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Cool. Oh, she paladined up. Oh, she's diamond dusting him. Oh no.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me.
That's pretty cool.
And whether be mortal, art thou warrior or craven?
Warrior of light.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
I just realized that because of where the watermark for the thing I use sits, my name was partially covered in like the last 4 videos I've uploaded. Yazael! Speak to me, Yazael. Thok as Thok, hard, now accessible. Lord of the Hive, objective fulfilled. Okay. Confront Ravana and Thok as Thok, hard. Confront him we shall. Average wait time of 10 minutes? Damn! Forgive me. I was overconfident. Well, let's go to Tailfeather. Let's pick up that blue quest there. One of my men was attacked by a chocobo. You might think that's a common story, what with all the hunting we do, but I'm told this one was unnaturally big. Of course, in the end, size don't matter. We can't be having our quarry stalking us. That's why I'm planning to capture the beast before it harms any more of my men. I already know you as a reliable handler of the birds. Whoops. If the prospect piques your interest, it'd be best to start off by asking the leaders of my camps what they know of the monster. Come back and share your findings with me afterwards. So once again, we gotta go talk to the three, huh? From the way I heard it, one of the monsters was attacked unprovoked. One of the hunters was attacked unprovoked and got knocked unconscious by a single kick. I never heard of a chocobo doing that. Okay. See that cage there? Blasted chocobo pulled the door right off its hinges. Most like it was trying to rescue the bird inside. Why are you all playing with birds you probably shouldn't be playing with? Aimbird, what do we got? That bird ain't scared of us hunters, I can tell you that much. It's rare one of us comes away from an encounter with it unscathed. Bum. 1,100 yalms to the northwest. Seems the chocobo's been stirring up trouble all around the forest. While you were gathering information, I went and checked the traps that are set up around Tailfeather. Ain't nothing left of them but scattered straw and broken wood. Can't say we've ever dealt with a problem like this one. It might be that this chocobo's taken some kind of revenge on us hunters, and these acts are a means of provoking us. By all accounts, this chocobo is stronger and more clever than the rest. I expect capturing it won't be a simple feat. Have you the muskets? Thank you, Hunter. With these we can arm ourselves, defend ourselves. We are of the same blood as the Gnath, but even we find it utterly unnerving. The way they think is one, the way they move is one. It is hard to imagine us as the same people. There it is. Escars. I sense a great power within you. Yes, you will make a suitable adversary. Our younglings must learn the hardships of battle. You will find them just beyond the tower. Go, and hold nothing back. Alright, bud, whatever you say. Just know that it was your idea to fight him. I'm doing this because you asked me to. I don't understand. Man is not fit to battle with dragons. Nevertheless, I will do as Father asks. Well, we're at the 10-minute mark now. How dare you something something. I skipped it, so. But they're not happy that we're fighting them. They think we're not worthy or something. Okay. Now let's attack Conquer. What trickery is this? I will not let you make a mockery of me and my brothers. Oh, but you have no choice. I will say, you're apparently the hardest one that I've had to fight. But it matters not. Now we gotta go turn the quest in. So the younglings have learned their place. Do not worry. My intention is not to foster ill relations, but to teach. The younglings grow too prideful, doubting the strength of men. But thanks to you, now they understand. There we go. Do do da bum, da bum. Man, am I gonna get to main tank, or are they gonna make me off tank? I don't really care either way. Main tank would be cool, but we'll see. Main tank.
Dance to the song of ringing steel. Furious as a blaze. Perish. Bleed. Feel my blades. I am invincible. Bleed. Wilt thou yield? Take wing, ye souls of war!
sure we get the ads. There was one ad that we failed to kill, I see, because he got the sword up. Sorry, I was very focused on what we were doing. I also feel like our DPS is super slow. And I don't mean like the 4 people playing DPS, I just mean like overall, I feel like our output is very low. Okay, so he's got 1 sword.
Rejoice in the glory of combat! Unyielding as the earth!
I definitely feel like this took longer than it usually does.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Okay, cool. Did we get any commendations? Eh, 1. I'll take it. And they scurry away.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Gnath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Indeed.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
That's what you think. We won't allow it. We're too good. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Morrighan. Well, 'tis time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale, and to continue our journey. Alfino. It's going to be voice acting? No. Morrighan, Lady Azael, Fink the 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name, and you are quite certain he will keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle I must attribute to Morrighan. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light. Unlike some, you were gone so long that Master Alfino here nigh lost his wits with worry. Fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Estinian, was that truly necessary? Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the primal is banished, and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidofna without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Hrace Veilgar. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alfino is still but a boy. You two never let me have any fun. Shall we be on our way to Annex Trine, then? I would not have the dragons think we have forgotten our bargain. Wum bum bum. Ba da 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 da. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Gnath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Morrigan's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat, a promise we believe he will keep. The Gnath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you unto the deepest reaches of morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Psalm All. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofna. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Okay. Hopefully the dungeon will be a quicker queue. We'll pop it and we'll see like what the queue is, and if it's like more than 5-10 minutes, we'll just run it with a trust, because it would have been quicker to do it at that point. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Salmal's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Wear you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian. The way is open. Let us tarry not. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiamat herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley of peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hrace Velgar. But I said nothing of Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as a Zer Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hrace Velgar, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Salmal, now accessible. Wait time of 5 minutes? Okay. That's not terrible. Yeah, if this hits 5 minutes. Oh, wait time jumped up to 8 minutes now? Fuck that. So yeah, we're doing it as a trust. I know. A trust. Bleh. See how we do. What are you two doing?
Know your folly.
Don't just run past Alphino. We gonna wipe? Come on, Alphino, I believe in you.
I have my pride.
You're doing great, bud. I don't care what anybody says. Maybe, you know, if Astinian and Yzael hadn't ran to go fight the Drakespur, we would have been fine. Blooming out you? Is that like a pun for blooming onion?
Your guard is down.
I also need to remember to use, what's it called? Sheltron.
Know your folly.
Alright, honestly, it's not taking that much longer than it would have with, like, a trust. Or, I mean, with an actual group of people. And so far, nothing seems changed.
I have my pride.
Taste my lance.
Did it eat Astinian and Alphino? No. No, it did not. Come on. I clipped a little there.
Away with you!
Oh. No! Bad Raskovnik. Raskovnik. Not allowed. Let's be on our way. Gotta make sure I'm within Alphino's healing range.
Away with you!
Yeah, that pull didn't go terrible. And then the Pyro Dragon's gonna fly off about now. Yep, half health. That's what he always does. Where is my team? And why are they so far behind?
I have my pride.
Yeah? Come on, Alphino. Fuck. I swear I pressed the invuln. But I wonder if I double tapped and did Sheltron instead. Did we even, like, kill anything? Please tell me we did. Oh, the Cryo Dragon showed up. There, the Eruka's dead. Come on. And the dragon's flown off. We just have these two guys left. There we go. Much better that time. I don't think there's anything else. I think it's just those guys and then the boss. Alpha, no, I'm not using a mitigation during this. It's 2 enemies, you can handle it. And if you can't, you gotta learn, bud. Gnath. Good job, Yazael. Where's the ads?
Away with you!
Where are the ads? Primordial Roar, is that when they show up? Yes. Blue is away. Blue is away. Red is stack.
Focus. Release!
At least they made, like, those marks much more easier to tell. Where are you going? Now there is a green one. Yeah. That much I remembered. I was like, I remember we have to kill the green guy. Come on, there we go. Hey, we hit level 56. But we are currently level synced to 54. Come on.
Away with you!
Perfect. Look, we did the wall on that pool with a trust. We've done the wall on most of them except for fucking the one we wiped on and the second pool. Didn't wall that one. But we walled the first of the pulls between the first and second boss. Alright.
Your guard is down.
Is my guard down, Estinian? Just because I'm choosing to not use a mitigate. What? What? Sorry. I had an overlay pop up. And I stopped moving because of it. Because I think I caught the corner of my controller on a button.
Focus. Release!
Ergo Dragon? What's an Ergo Dragon? He doesn't look very ergonomic.
Know your folly.
No. I'll make sure I have aggro. ba na na na. Tiaman, consort of Nidhogg, we beseech you, grant us safe passage to... Okay. As I thought, blind to reason like all the rest. If you would see our mission to its conclusion, you know what must be done. Such rage and rancor. Is there truly no other way? Bam bam. Pew. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I have my pride.
Know your folly.
Da, da, da. Come on, team. Da, 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 da. Alright, we'll go after the left wing first. My mistake, y'all.
Your guard is down.
My guard is no such thing, Estinian.
I will end your struggles.
Okay, use your braver. Oh wait, you got to use the whole fucking thing.
Away with you.
Oops.
Away with you.
Do, 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 do. We've definitely pissed Nidhogg off now that we've killed his consort. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Dip-a-dip-a-tsh. Oh, what has awoken inside? Ah, we've restored our second crystal. I forgot that you did this during Heavensward. Morrighan! I'm fine, Alfino. Do not worry. 'Twould seem Tiamat was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Ah! Ugh. Nidhogg. He roars. He knows we are here then. His fury. It bleeds through the eye. Fear not. I am yet my own master. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come! The heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. O Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands, floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
The churning mists. We have reached it at last, the peak of Som Al. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Kurthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgar himself. What manner of creature is that? It's a Mog. Morrighan, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mist. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgar makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. We'll get this quest to the point where it's turning in, and then that's going to be the end of the video. So probably like another 3 to 5 minutes. It actually probably won't even be that long on the actual stream, or actual video. But he's gone! Morrighan, we must widen our search. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. Do I need to go back and... I have heard tales of these Moogles, but 'tis the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhap 'twas simply one of these strange plants shifting in a breeze. Let's run up here. Come on. Let me jump. There we go. There is no sign of a Moogle in the area. Report to Alfino. So we'll run over here. We'll report to Alfino as part of the next stream or next video. I'm not entirely sure. But that finishes up the... Actually, no, we can turn it in. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? There we go. Now. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And you can follow me on Twitch and almost Twitter, Instagram at Caleb Games here on everything. Trying to get back into streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. Catch you next time.